They thought it was over. They thought the river had taken her forever. But on the night the moon turned red, the river gave something back. After Amahol disappeared into the river, the village was never the same. No one went near the water again. Children were warned. Fishermen abandoned their nets. Because something had changed, the river was no longer silent. At night, it whispered, Obinna was free. The chain that once bound his spirit was gone. But freedom came with a price. Every night he dreamed of her, Amahle, standing beneath the water, calling his name, Obinna. He would wake up, shaking, his heart heavy with guilt. She gave herself, for me, one night. The river began to glow again, brighter than ever before. The water moved violently, as if something was trying to rise. Villagers gathered from a distance, fear in their eyes. And then a figure appeared beneath the water. Amahol emerged slowly from the river. But she was no longer the girl they knew. Her eyes glowed brighter than before, her presence heavier. The air around her felt powerful, ancient. She spoke, but her voice echoed like many voices at once. I am no longer just Amma. The villagers stepped back in fear. The water rose behind her, forming the shape of the spirit they had once feared. But this time, the spirit bowed. Amahol had become something greater, the new guardian of the river, the bridge between two worlds. Amahol turned to the villagers, her glowing eyes scanning each of them. The balance has been broken. Thunder rolled across the sky. For every soul taken, another must rise. The villagers murmured in fear. What did she mean? Suddenly, the river darkened. The glow turned red. Something moved beneath the surface, something darker than before. A deep voice echoed from the water. You cannot replace what was lost. The river began to rage violently. Amal's face tightened. For the first time, she looked afraid. Obinna stepped forward. Despite the fear, he walked toward the river, toward her. You saved me. Now let me help you. Amahol looked at him, a flicker of her old self returning. But she shook her head slowly. This world is no longer yours. The river exploded into chaos. Dark waves rose into the sky. A shadowy spirit emerged larger, more terrifying than anything before. Amahol lifted her hands. The water responded instantly. Blue energy against red darkness. Light against shadow. The battle had begun. As the forces collided, the entire river lit up like fire. Obinna was thrown back. The villagers screamed. And then everything went silent. The water froze. Amahle disappeared. Again, but this time she did not go alone. Something else went with her. What lies beyond the frozen water? Who is the new entity that rose from the depths? In the next episode, Obinna will search for Amahol in a world where spirits rule. But the river demands a sacrifice. A soul for a soul. To find out what happens, like and subscribe. The story of the river is far from over.